Hello students, welcome to my channel The Science World, and if you find this video useful for you, then please like, comment and share with your friends. Also subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification of my upcoming videos. Students, in this video we are going to discuss about the nutrition in plants, and in that we will discuss about the autotrophic nutrition. Okay, so let's start. Food is essential for all living organisms that we know, and the food is consist of different components such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals and roughage. Okay, and these components of food are called nutrients. Each nutrient has a specific function in our body. Okay, such as to provide energy, to help in repair and growth of the body, and to help fight against the diseases. So this food which is consist of different nutrients, it is very important for the living organism, and all the living organism, they do not get food in the same way, or their mode of nutrition is not the same. Different organisms have different mode of nutrition. And what is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of obtaining and utilizing food. To obtain the food and utilize it for our body, this is called nutrition. Okay, so the process of obtaining and utilizing food by organisms is called nutrition. They utilize the food for various purposes, like to get energy, for the growth of body and reproduction and other functions of the body. Nutrition is mainly of two types. We can see that nutrition is only of mainly of two types, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. In this video we will discuss about the autotrophic nutrition in plants. Autotrophic nutrition, what it is? The mode of nutrition in which a living organism can make its own food is called autotrophic nutrition. Living organism can make its own food. This type of nutrition is known as autotrophic nutrition. And the organisms having this type of nutrition, they are called autotrophs. So what are autotrophs? Autotrophs are the organisms which having the autotrophic nutrition. Okay. Plants can make their food by the process of photosynthesis, that we know. Okay, and that is why they are called the autotrophs. So plants are autotrophs because they make their own food. Algae and some bacteria are also the examples of autotrophs because they can make their own food. Okay, so this is about the autotrophic nutrition. Then what is heterotrophic nutrition? Most of the organisms and animals depend on the plants and other animals for their food. Okay, and this type of mode of nutrition is known as heterotrophic nutrition, and the organisms, those who are having this type of nutrition, they are called heterotrophs. Okay, so heterotrophic nutrition we will discuss in our next video. In this video we will discuss about the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So when we are talking about the autotrophic mode of nutrition, we should know what is photosynthesis. Okay, because photosynthesis is the way by which these producers, or we can say plants, they make their food. Okay, so what is photosynthesis? It is the process by which chlorophyll containing green plants in the presence of sunlight uses carbon dioxide and water to synthesize their food. Means green plants are having chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll is the green colored pigment which is found in the green plants, and these chlorophyll are important for the photosynthesis because they trap the sunlight. Okay, so chlorophyll containing green plants, they prepare their food in presence of sunlight, and what they use? They use carbon dioxide and water to synthesize their food, and this process is known as photosynthesis. Okay, most of the photosynthesis occurs in leaves, and therefore leaves are called the factories, food factories of the plant. These are the food factories of the plant because food is prepared in the leaves. In plants, first of all, food is synthesized in the form of glucose. When this food is prepared in the leaves, it is in the form of glucose. Okay, and what is glucose? Glucose is a sugar. Okay, it is one type of sugar, and this is a nutrient, that is carbohydrate, because it gives us energy. Okay, so we know that carbohydrates are the energy giving food, and this glucose is one type of carbohydrate. Okay, so this glucose can be stored in the form of starch, and water food is prepared in the plants, it is stored in the form of starch. Okay, it is prepared in the form of glucose and stored in the form of starch. Okay, स्टार्च इज ऑल्सो कॉम्प्लेक्स कार्बोहाइड्रेट. स्टार्च क्या है? एक कॉम्प्लेक्स कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, एंड इट्स प्रेजेंस इन द लीव्स इंडिकेट्स द ऑकरेंस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस. इफ it is present in the leaves, that means it is the indication of photosynthesis, means photosynthesis is carried out in that leaf. So to find out the presence of starch in leaves, iodine test is done. If you want to know the presence of starch in the leaves, then you should carry iodine test. Okay, what is iodine test? That we will discuss further. The whole process of photosynthesis can be written in the form of a chemical equation as given below. Carbon dioxide plus water, you can see the arrow here, in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, means in the chlorophyll, in presence of sunlight, glucose and oxygen is prepared, means when glucose is prepared, that time oxygen is also released in the air. So this is the chemical equation. During photosynthesis, oxygen is also released. This oxygen is utilized by all living organisms during the process of respiration, and whatever oxygen is released by the plants, it is used by the other all living organisms for respiration and to get energy from the food. We know that when we eat food and we take oxygen in the respiration, they combine to form the energy. Okay, also during this process, the green plants convert simple organic substances like CO2 and H2O. CO2 means carbon dioxide, H2O means water, into glucose, and in presence of sunlight, sunlight के presence. Light energy from sunlight is captured by the chlorophyll molecules. Chlorophyll are the green pigments present in green plants and transform into chemical energy in the form of food. Okay, so these chlorophyll molecules are present in the green plants, in the leaves, and these chlorophyll changes this sunlight energy or light energy into the chemical energy. Light energy is converted into chemical energy and it is stored in the form of starch. This process of photosynthesis can be summarized as the following equation. Here you can see the equation: 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O, chlorophyll and sunlight, and C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. This is carbon dioxide, this is water, this is glucose, and this is oxygen. Okay, so glucose is the food that is prepared by the plants and oxygen is released in the air, and this process is carried out by the chlorophylls in the presence of sunlight. Okay, you can see the pictorial representation of this photosynthesis. This is the leaf where this photosynthesis is carried out. Chlorophyll taps light energy to make the food. Whatever sunlight is there, it is trapped by the chlorophyll. Then water is absorbed by the roots. Okay, and carbon dioxide enters the leaf through the stomata. Stomata of the leaf. Stomata are the small openings on the lower side of the leaf. And then in this process, oxygen is given off into the air, and glucose is converted into the starch, and it is stored into in different parts of the plant. Okay, and this presence of starch turns iodine dark blue, this we will discuss afterwards. Okay, so this is the process of photosynthesis. What are the conditions necessary for the photosynthesis to occur? If photosynthesis is there, that means these all the four conditions are fulfilled, then only photosynthesis can take place. Okay, so first thing is chlorophyll. It is green colored substance or pigment present in green plants of the green parts of the plants, that is stem and leaves, and chlorophyll molecules are the principal sites of light absorption during the photosynthesis. Means chlorophyll absorb, or we can say trap the sunlight, okay, to prepare food during the photosynthesis. So this is the first condition. The next one is sunlight. Chlorophyll helps the leaves to capture the energy from the sunlight, and this energy is utilized for the synthesis of food from carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so sunlight is very important part. If you will keep the plants in dark place where sunlight is not there, then plants will not be able to perform the photosynthesis and they will not make the food. Plants can manufacture food only in the presence of sunlight, because sun is the only ultimate source of energy for them. Okay, so if there is no sunlight, there will be no photosynthesis carried out by the plant. Can you imagine what happened if the sun were absent from our solar system? If just you imagine it and think about it and send the answer in comment. Okay, now here are the stomata. You can see the diagram of stomata. This is open stomata and this is closed stomata. So these guard cells are here, and these guard cells help in opening and the closing of this stomata. And this stomata, through this stomata, the intake of carbon dioxide and oxygen is given off from the leaves. Okay, so oxygen is given out from this stomata and carbon dioxide is taken inside. So this is the work, or this is the function of this stomata. Then we have third condition, that is carbon dioxide. It is also very important. It is essential for photosynthesis. Plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through the small openings generally present in the lower surface of the leaves. They are called the stomata. Just now I told you, and if singular it is known as stoma, and many stoma means stomata, we call it stomata. So each stoma is surrounded by two guard cells which regulate its closing and opening. Okay, so the function of this stoma is intake of carbon dioxide and giving of oxygen in the air, or release in the air. And the last condition is water. It is essential for photosynthesis. Roots absorb water along with the minerals from the soil. Water and minerals are absorbed from the soil, and it is done by the roots, and then it is transported to the different parts of the plant, because the photosynthesis takes place in the leaves, and this water is transported to the leaves for photosynthesis. Then there is one fact that why water is important. Water helps to keep a plant cell rigid and turgid and helps plants to stand upright. Because of water, these plants, they can stand upright. Okay, upright means they can stand in this way, सीधे खड़े रह सकते हैं. Okay, and this water helps to keep a plant cell rigid. प्लांट्स की जो सेल होती है उनको रिजिड और टर्जिड रखने के लिए वाटर हेल्प करता है. अदरवाइज दिस सेल्स विल नॉट हैव एनी परफेक्ट शेप. ओके, डिड यू नो blue and red light are the best for photosynthesis from sunlight, which has 7 different colors. We know that sunlight has 7 different colors, that is Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Then violet, blue and red light are most absorbed by the green plants. So these 3 colors light, that is violet, blue and red, they are mostly absorbed by the green plants. Remember this. Then who discovered the role of sunlight and green leaves in purifying air? In 1779, Jane Ingenhousz discovered the role of sunlight and green leaves in purifying air. He discovered that this air is purified by the leaves. Okay. You may have seen these colored leaves. Colored leaves of coleus also perform the photosynthesis. It contains many other pigments along with chlorophyll, and hence they look in different color. These plants have different color pigments also in their leaves, and because of that it gets different color. You can see other plants also. Here also you can see the pink color here, because this plant has pink color pigment. This is croton plant is there. You can see yellow color, red color, okay, orange color is there. This is also a type of coleus plant. Students, we know that sunlight, chlorophyll and carbon dioxide, these are essential things for the process of photosynthesis. But how you will know that? So to prove that these things are necessary, we have 3 activities here, and we will see one by one. So first activity is to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, and what you will require for this activity is a potted plant, a wide mouth bottle, caustic potash, iodine solution, beaker, watch glass, test tube, alcohol and cork. Okay, so what you have to do with these things? See, make a slit in a cork and fit it into the mouth of the bottle having caustic potash solution. This is the bottle. In it you have to put some caustic potash solution. Okay, and then on its mouth here you have to put a cork, and in that cork you have to make a slit. Slit means a small opening through which you can insert this leaf. Okay, so this is the bottle containing caustic potash and it has cork having slit. Okay, insert about half of the leaf. Half of this leaf you insert in the potted plant into the bottle through this slit. Okay, in the cork, and keep this whole arrangement in the sunlight for 1 day. For 1 day you have to keep this plant with this bottle in the sunlight. After 1 day, pluck the leaf. This leaf you have to pluck and test it for the presence of starch. Now what is the test of starch? Means we have to use iodine solution to see that starch is present here or not. So what will be the observation? The portion of leaf situated inside the bottle, this portion is inside the bottle. Okay, this will not turn blue black. After testing with the iodine solution, you will observe that this portion is not turning blue black, only this portion is turning blue black. Okay, and why this happens? See, the portion of the leaf situated outside the bottle, means this part is outside the bottle, and this portion is getting carbon dioxide and sunlight, and that's why it can perform photosynthesis. Okay, and it turns blue black when we test with the iodine solution. But caustic potash, here we have put some caustic potash solution, and because of this caustic potash present in the bottle, it absorbs carbon dioxide in the bottle. Okay, here in the bottle water carbon dioxide is there, it is absorbed by this caustic potash, and because of the absence of carbon dioxide, this part of the plant or this part of the leaf cannot perform photosynthesis. Okay, and this shows that carbon dioxide is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, then we have the next activity, and this activity is to show that the sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, and your requirements are one green plant. Here you can see the green plant is there, potted plant. Then black paper you will need, clip, iodine solution for testing, alcohol, beaker, petri dish and test tube. So what you have to do is destarch the plant. Destarch means keep the plant in a dark room so that it will not perform the photosynthesis. Okay, for how many days you have to keep? For 3 days. This potted plant you keep in the dark place for 3 days. Then cover a part of a leaf. Here you can see this part is covered with the paper, that is black paper, and it is fixed here with the help of these clips. Okay, then this plant you have to again put into the sunlight for 6 hours. How many hours? 6 hours this plant you put in the sunlight. After that you pluck the covered leaf. This covered leaf you pluck it. Okay, and then we have to perform the iodine solution test. Okay, starch test you have to do. And for the test, what you have to do, take this plucked leaf, put it into the hot water here, boiling water. Okay, first you put in the water, then take out this leaf, put it into the test tube here, and this test tube is then you keep in the beaker which has hot water in it. Okay, this water is hot, we cannot heat this alcohol, or we cannot heat this test tube containing alcohol directly because it is inflammable. So we will keep it in the hot water so that the alcohol will become hot. Okay, then you have to take out this leaf from this test tube, then wash it with water, and then keep it in the petri dish. This is petri dish. Then you put few drops of iodine solution over this leaf. Okay, you will see that the part which is covered with this paper clip, it is green, and the part which is not covered with the paper clip, it turns blue black. Okay, covered portion remains the light brown while the rest of the leaf turns blue black. And why it happens? It happens because the covered portion, okay, the covered portion of the leaf, that is which was covered with the black strip, it does not receive sunlight. This part of the leaf does not receive sunlight. Okay, and so this part of leaf does not turn blue black, and this shows that sunlight is essential for the photosynthesis. Okay, then we have one last activity, and this activity is to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, for this activity you will need a plant, and this plant should be with pigmented plant, means you can take the coleus or croton plant which has yellow patches on it. You can see the yellow patches here. Okay, then you will need this plant, then beaker, test tube, alcohol, iodine solution, and a watch glass. Okay, what you have to do is put this leaf, take out one leaf of this croton plant and put it into the hot water beaker here. Okay, then you take out, you remove it, and then keep in the test tube as we have done in the last activity. Okay, in this test tube there is alcohol, and we will heat the water so that this test tube alcohol will become hot. Then you remove that leaf from this test tube and wash it with water and put that leaf on the in the petri dish. Okay, and then put some iodine solution drops. Okay, put some iodine solution drops over the this leaf. Okay, then what will be your observation? Iodine solution gives blue black color with starch. Okay, and this green portion of the leaf turns blue black, green portion of the leaf it turns blue black, and the non green portion of the leaf remains brown with the iodine solution. You can see here patches are there. Okay, these patches you can see here, and these are the patches because chlorophyll is not present in that part. So this shows that only green portion of leaf containing it contains starch, while non-green portion does not contain starch. Hence chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Okay, here this green part of the plant. Here also you can see the green part of the plant and yellow patches are there. That means chlorophyll is present only in the green part of these leaves. Okay, so this activity shows that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. We will meet again in our next video. Till then, take care.